Why world leaders shunned President Tinubu at G20 summit as shown in this picture. Welcome to the news and thank you for tuning in to listen. Please subscribe to our channel to get notified when we post our juicy news updates. Please click on the notification bell. A viral picture of President Tinubu leaning on the table in solitude at the G20 meeting has set tongues wagging, following more speculations and doubt that Tinubu's acceptance among his supposed peers. The picture that dominated social media space, at least in Nigeria, has the Nigerian president Bola Ahmed Tinubu as he was leaning on the ballroom table looking frustrated and deserted, while other world leaders were socializing and chatting away their time among each other. The scenario created curiosity on why the president was desolated and distant from the other world leaders, irrespective of the fact that he is the president of Africa's most populous country, the giant of Africa. One social media user posted on his social media account saying, "Please, why is Mr. President standing alone at the G20 summit? Why is he not being noticed or rather ignored?" While some of the president diehard supporters alleged that the picture was a Photoshop work, our investigation found it to be authentic and in fact it repeated more evidence that President Tinubu did not enjoy the company of other world leaders at the summit. The original picture was posted on X, formerly known as Twitter, by the Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi with the message, "Lovely to interact with PM at Lee Hsien-loong. India and Singapore will continue to deepen our bilateral relations for the betterment of our people." Though Tinubu appeared in the background of a picture, he was not the focus but was on his own, totally neglected and dejected. Hence, we decided to dig deeper and find out why the Nigerian president was forsaken at the G20 World Leaders Conference held in India. There had been speculation that Tinubu attended the summit uninvited, but the presidency has since refuted the claim, saying President Tinubu was attending on the special invitation of Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Nigeria is not a permanent member of the G20 International Forum, but was one of the 9 guest countries invited for this year's summit in India. The presidency also confirmed that President Tinubu used his participation at the G20's Leaders Summit to shop for more foreign direct investment (FDI) for Nigeria. It was revealed that Nigeria has been seeking membership to the group, and part of Tinubu's purpose for traveling is ascertaining the benefits and risk of joining the forum. Stigma on Nigeria and our current leadership, the issue of legitimacy and credibility when it comes to the just concluded 2023 presidential election, Nigeria image in a global playground as a country that has nothing to offer except bad leadership and bad government policies. 3. Nigeria has a population of about 120 to 130 million people, while the majority of the citizens are living below the poverty level. Tinubu's alleged criminal record in the USA draws a weighty concern. How first world leaders perceive and weigh Nigerian leaders. Recall U.S. President Donald Trump mocking remarks after his meeting with Tinubu's predecessor Muhammadu Buhari on April 30th, 2018. President Trump had described his April meeting with President Muhammadu Buhari as lifeless. While speaking with his 3 aides after the meeting at the White House, Trump said he never wanted to meet with someone as lifeless as Nigeria's president. The first meeting with Nigeria's ailing 75-year-old Muhammadu Buhari in April ended with the U.S. president telling aides he never wanted to meet someone so lifeless again, according to 3 people familiar with the matter. Trump's outward expression was a black and white epitome of how the first world leaders view Nigerian leaders of this era, even though most of them would not verbalize such perception. The general well-being and standard of living of a citizen's economy, political stability, transparency in governance, and historical and geographical factors are of immense significance on how world leaders may perceive Nigerian leaders. It's important to note that these perceptions can vary among different leaders and countries, and they may change over time while Nigerian leaders start to get it right. It is also important to prioritize these imaginary perceptions that are vital in assessing the respect a leader should command even among his counterparts from first and second world countries. Regional influence. Nigeria is often regarded as a prominent regional power in Africa due to its large population, economic potential, and military capabilities. Nigerian leaders may be seen as important counterparts in addressing regional challenges and maintaining stability in West Africa. Economic potential. Nigeria is considered Africa's largest economy and has significant natural resources, including oil. World leaders may view Nigerian leaders in terms of their economic policies and potential for investment and trade partnerships. There may be expectations for Nigerian leaders to promote economic growth, address corruption, and improve the business environment. Security concerns. Nigeria faces various security challenges, including terrorism, insurgency, and ethno-religious conflict. World leaders may have concerns about the ability of Nigerian leaders to effectively address these issues and maintain stability within the country. They may expect Nigerian leaders to collaborate with regional and international partners in combating terrorism and promoting peace. Democratic governance. Nigeria has experienced periods of military rule in the past, but it has made progress towards democratic governance. World leaders may assess Nigerian leaders based on their commitment to democratic principles, respect for human rights, and the rule of law. The conduct of elections, freedom of the press, and the independence of the judiciary are factors that could shape these perceptions. International engagement. Nigerian leaders' engagement with the international community, including participation in regional and global organizations, can influence how they are perceived. Active involvement in diplomacy, peacekeeping effort, and regional integration initiative may be viewed positively by world leaders as it demonstrates Nigeria's commitment to international cooperation and global issues. It is important to remember that these perspectives are general and can vary depending on specific circumstances such as the leader in question, regional dynamics, and the priorities of individual world leaders and their countries. In the case of President Tinubu, the perception of the world leaders, especially from the West and other first world countries, is one that lacks average credibility. Now, this particular article began with, how they were shown President Tinubu at the G-20 summit, which I cannot say it is true or not. I can't really say. But this was what I was talking about before election period. I was like, we need to have somebody who, when they go out together like this, they see the person, they hear the person speak. The person is speaking so convincingly and so eagerly to make Nigeria, as in the person is giving Nigeria a good name. The person is speaking facts. This person is coming with a lot of ideas. You understand? The person is young. The person they communicate, they go from place to place, they network. Like I said, I am not saying what they're saying is true, but who knows? It just might be true. Alright, on this note, you have come to the end of the news. We say thank you for tuning in to listen. Until I come your way next time. Enjoy the rest.